Welcome to this video on Dhul Qarnayn, the righteous ruler. We will be exploring the Tafseer of Surah Al-Kahf, specifically verses 18 to 83 through 98. The narrative's context begins with the Quraysh testing the Prophet's authority. Verse 18 to 83 confirms that the Prophet will relate something of Dhul Qarnayn's story, confirming divine revelation. Allah granted Dhul Qarnayn immense power and the means for everything, as mentioned in verse 18 to 84. This included a vast empire, armies, knowledge, and sovereignty over the East and West. Islamic scholarship identifies Dhul Qarnayn as a monotheist, distinct from Alexander the Great, and a contemporary of Ibrahim, peace be upon him. The two horns signify his global jurisdiction, from the solar limits of the East to the West. At the western frontier, Dhul Qarnayn reached the setting point of the sun. As described in 18 to 86, he witnessed the sun setting in a, quote, murky spring, which scholars explain as an optical illusion at the ocean's coast. Dhul Qarnayn applied a standard of just rule. He declared that oppressors would be punished in this life and the hereafter. The righteous, however, would receive the best reward and gentle treatment. Reaching the eastern frontier, Dhul Qarnayn encountered people with no shelter against the sun. Verse 18 to 90 emphasizes Allah's complete knowledge of all Dhul Qarnayn's actions and intentions. He later reached a pass between two mountains and met an isolated people who barely spoke a comprehensible language. They pleaded for protection from Ya'juj and Ma'juj, offering a tribute. Dhul Qarnayn refused the tribute, but requested labor and iron to build a barrier. Ya'juj and Ma'juj are known for their corruption and overwhelming numbers, restrained by divine decree. A hadith notes that the majority of those entering the fire will be from these tribes. Dhul Qarnayn engineered an impenetrable wall using iron blocks, heated to incandescence using bellows, and sealed with molten copper. The result was a barrier that could not be scaled or dug through. He viewed the barrier as a mercy from his Lord, but also a divine timer. Verse 18 to 98 states that the barrier will be flattened when the final promise of the hour comes. We reflect on the sovereignty of Allah and the signs of the hour. As verse 18 to 99 states, "We shall leave some of them to surge like waves on one another, and the horn will be blown." Thank you for watching.